I'm Joshua Simon.
I'm Sam Joe.
And we are the SG Boys.
That little gay podcast from Singapore.
Subscribe and find us on Instagram at the SG Boys.
When you guys ask me if my content is in any way like queer-ish, I wouldn't say it's not, but I don't intentionally go out and say it is queer content. You know, I think like some of you guys, like, I think Tristan knows also, like when I go online, I don't particularly like make it all about like my queerness, except when I see a boat lah. Boat meaning I see a cute person, yeah. But yes, you know what? Yeah.
Is that like lingo that I don't
millennials in the room? Sorry, that's only if you join my live and Fauzi's live. If we do say like, hey, boat, and we are doing this, we're like, wow, what a beautiful day. Hey, boat. Then we will purposely switch the camera and go like, wow, hey, look at all these beautiful people, all the movie posters. That one boat, this one boat, yeah. Yes, oh my god, shall we do that again? Oh wow, beautiful sky, boat. So then our followers will go, oh yeah, boat.
Why boat?
Is
it like relationship? Like you ship them?
No, boat is like a standard beautiful person, a cute guy. Then you have cruise ships, meaning they are like loaded. Damn, I'm gonna get cancelled for this. Some of my followers, they say, then that one not very good lah, sampan that one. Like, oh my god!
And that was a little clip from our very first SG Boys live at Indignation.
Yeah, an LGBTQ conference that happened on March 19th. It was a Sunday, the sun was out, and everyone woke up and came down despite being hungover.
A little bit,
to the Projector Cafe, Projector Picture House. Of course, we were doing a live recording for the first time ever.
Yeah.
With our very special guest, Mark Kinoshita, whom you just heard.
Yes! Hello, everybody.
It was such a great time with you on. Like, you made everyone laugh. It turned into a little bit of a comedy show at one point. And of course, things got serious. Actually, we ran out of time to a point where our audience grew quite big because actually we were taking in the audience for the next session.
Oh, were we?
Yeah, who was standing at the back like, hurry up.
They were like, more people came towards the end and they were like, hey, did we come to the wrong show?
But we didn't realize that. We're like, hey, more people are coming. Let's entertain them. And then,
they enjoyed it anyways.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, clearly. But we said, okay, let's have Mark on in the studio so you can hear him all around you, full
Around you.
3D audio. Full stereo Dolby Atmos. I don't know.
What's that all around you? If it's not all around you, get yourselves a better headphones or something lah, please. You're not that cheap.
You very naggy leh.
I am. Yeah. That's why I'm auntie of Singapore. Stupid boy, stupid girl. I better get better sound system.
This is, of course, Mark Kinoshita. He is an entertainer, a comedian. You might know him from social media. And you joined us for our Indignation SG Boys live showcase where we talked about to queer or not to queer, which we will get into in just a bit. But first, we're going to get to know Mark a little bit more, right? Okay, so I think the first question we always ask is, who is Mark Kinoshita?
Even I don't know, actually. But anyways, hi guys, I'm Mark. I'm basically like a TikToker and Instagrammer. Content creator more like, not influencer, difference. Content creators basically create videos that actually have substance.
Ooh, I was going to ask you for like how you distinguish.
No, actually, it's more of like, I think for us, we're just a little bit different where we don't see ourselves as influencers. I think some of us do.
So do you get annoyed? Because I'm pretty sure people call you an influencer all the time. Do you get
but
annoyed?
Do you see me post like nice pictures with bags and all these kinds of things or like nice clothes? I don't get insulted or anything. It's more of like, I want to get it right because I don't feel like I belong in the influencers are very fashiony, posy. You look at my face, how to fashiony, posy lah. Maybe wait a while, okay? Give myself a bit lah.
I think the issue is that a lot of people truthfully would still consider you an influencer, but the problem is that word has taken on such, negative connotations over the years, right? With social
Actually, I'm
media.
not bothered by those negative connotations. I just for me, I prefer to be called a content creator because I want to separate myself from, I'm not that kind that, dresses up and just like,
Or you just like show up and have someone do everything for you. Because like knowing even what you did today before this recording, you were editing your content, like you script out, you plan, you conceptualize. So you produce your own videos. And I think the other brilliant thing about being a content creator is that you do one piece of content and then you spread it across various platforms to maximize sort of the usage of it, right?
We want to push out either meaning, joy, there's another purpose rather than
you know, like, oh,
Do you hear that?
who was that?
That was me.
Oh, Jesus.
But I don't know where it came from. It came from.
What is that line from
like-
Bridesmaids? Like, I'm not even sure which part that came out.
It's true. I'm not even sure which end that came out from because it's like a little like something in the back of my throat that was trying to like let itself out. And then,
They
like,
just had Shake Shack, everyone. They just had cheeseburgers.
Shake. Yeah, Shake very nice.
On that note, perfect segue into actually what a lot of people know you for are your characters. So what are some of your most beloved characters on social media?
Definitely the auntie. She like to eat the Shake burger. Very nice. Yeah, so the other character is Professor McGonagall.
from Harry Potter.
Yes, from Harry Potter. It's more of
Minerva, let's come. Bring it.
That would be
What would Professor McGonagall say about the SG Boys podcast?
Well, I'm certain they're really enjoying themselves all the time talking about queer things. I don't have a problem with that, except I don't know what that sound was. It's clearly demonic.
Hey, I want to ask you, you know how like years later, Albus Dumbledore like was outed as like being gay and everything, right?
Yes, I never...
Do you
see,
think- yeah.
I never bothered
Were
with
you
it.
his fag hag?
Yeah, Minerva.
Well, I was, really. I was trying to pimp him out with the other headmasters, but they were really terrible.
But Minerva, are you queer yourself?
Of course not. I had a muggle boyfriend.
You did.
She did, actually.
Oh, she did.
Doesn't
She
teach
did.
transfiguration?
She transfigures into things. She doesn't transfigure the... Actually,
Oh, that must be
can
quite
she
fun.
Can
That would
she
be so
transfigure
fun.
down there?
Yeah, I'm sure. Confirm.
The author of the series probably would not agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, but that must be so fun in the bedroom. Think about it. Yep.
I guess so, but...
Did you just say "oh" in Professor McGonagall's
Yeah.
voice?
Yes, I did. I certainly did. She was answering the question for me.
Have you ever, like, I don't know, you're getting down and dirty with someone and you're like,
No, I
well,
No, I haven't had the chance to do that, I think. That'll be 50 points off your house, I swear.
enter your chamber of secrets?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they wanna like hit your philosopher's stone.
Oh!
Slytherin indeed. It's called the quaffle.
What's next?
I haven't been able to do a lot of accents because, you know, the recent things, people have been a little bit more sensitive and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless they're tagged to popular characters. Like an auntie is quite basically safe a
Fair
character.
enough, yeah.
I mean, the other thing I can possibly explore is a Japanese character.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
because you're half Japanese.
Yeah, I'm half Japanese. So I was actually thinking like that could be one of my newer characters that might be coming up. It is not conceptualized yet, but I'm still trying to find what kind of angle this character can do. One such thing, maybe I do review donkey food. Donkey
Yes.
Salmon is not Japanese approved sushi.
Yeah, because you're from, what is that line
Salmon
from a
is-
Cinderella story? I spent a lot of money to ship this from Norwegia.
Oh, right.
You remember the Jennifer Coolidge?
Well, he's from Norway, he's not
Yeah.
Japanese. Japanese no eat salmon. Japanese people laugh at you when you eat salmon. They go, oh, very nice. Oh, nice, 美味しいです。おかしいな、このシンガポール人たち。
Can you speak like that for the rest of the episode, please?
Yeah,
I just don't
actually,
want you to stop.
That's really, I learned hiragana during lockdown. So I consider myself half Japanese.
ハウス赤沙汰の浜やらは。
I'm sorry, what? What in the Jujutsu Kaisen? Okay, so wait, let me try. Okay. こんにちは。私の名前はジョシュアです。お名前をお願いします。
うわ、すごい。
あすごい
だってさ、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
こんにち。
こんにち。
Your enunciation is stuck in your tongue. You need to let tongue
I
come
just
out.
want to be a geisha. What is that?
オイラン様 You want to be...
Sayuri.
You want to run the gates of Kyoto?
Geisha.
All right.
Yoko Ono, you better don't. Okay. Okay, on that note, beyond the characters, who is Mark Kinoshita? What we're going to do now, Samdra and I, we're going to relay some quick fire questions at you just to get to know Mark Kinoshita a little bit more.
Okay.
What is your favorite song to sing at karaoke? Because I feel like that tells a lot about a person.
What's my favorite song to sing at karaoke?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Or what
I
are some
can't
of your
choose.
favorite songs? I'm
I
sure
love
you can
Bang
choose.
Bang.
Bang Bang
Ooh.
into the room.
Yeah, Bang Bang is really nice.
Are you going to
because-
do all the parts?
Yeah, which parts do you do?
Except the rapping. I can't Nicki Minaj.
It's Mixed Moscato is... Fritz in a bottle is Nicky
No,
Full
I
Throttle is
think rapping requires like another level of like swag.
Yeah.
If you were at a hawker center,
Yes.
which stall would you gravitate towards? Are you the Yong Tau Fu kind of guy, the fish soup kind of guy, the Thai fan anything will do kind of guy?
I'm the Hokkien Mee guy.
Love.
Really? I've never met a Hokkien Mee kind of guy. I always, whenever I was like, who would even buy Hokkien Mee?
Me!
I do it all the time, yeah.
I love Hokkien Mee.
Is it- do you go to the stalls where they have Hokkien Mee and like the carrot cake and everything? You know,
Okay, not carrot cake. Hokkien Mee. Sometimes they got like char kway teow. So,
Yeah.
yeah, those kind.
it's like a few of them at one store, right? Like
Yeah.
as long as there's a walk.
because it's one dish that's mostly quite available next
Yeah.
to char kway teow.
Yeah.
But if you want me to go to specifically find something, I would say lor mee.
Well, that's even harder to like make sure that it's good as well.
Yeah, they
right?
used to have one at Bukit Pamai. Like,
Yeah.
it's really good. Then it moved to West Coast, and I don't know where it went now.
Lor mee, I feel like is very hit and miss, particularly because
Yeah.
the sauce looks so dark and inviting, and then very
Sometimes the
often
zap not nice one.
yeah, very often.
Yeah,
the
we're
zap-
connoisseurs of zap.
Yeah,
we
the
have
ju-
to. We
the
have
jus.
to.
Sauce.
It has to be thick, darling.
Yeah, thick and
Thick.
slightly creamy and
I'm actually curious,
salty.
Samjo, which is the store you would be gravitating towards? Because I've met people who are chicken rice people. There's a lot of people.
Oh yes, I think bak chor mee also, right?
Yeah, mincemeat
Yeah.
noodles. A lot of people just go straight to the mincemeat noodle store. I've not heard people say Western food, thank God. Because,
I actually do
that
have
was-
friends
that
who
was-
like those.
Oh
that was my childhood though.
dear
Okay,
listener, if you're not listening from Singapore, Western food is a very loose term of what it actually means. Because when you go to the West, you won't find these things.
yeah, no, but I love it. I think it's Singapore's like unique way of appreciating Western food. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I mean, come on, you go to like America and they have nonsense like Panda Express, Singapore noodles. Come on,
Yeah.
What is
right?
Singapore noodle?
Exactly. I feel like we are just like paying it back,
Oh, that's kind
and I feel like chicken chop with the French fries or fish and chips with the coleslaw. Like, what does that even mean?
No, but it's actually not that expensive, so I think it's quite nice. If you
Sometimes
guys wanna-
some of them are pretty good, but then like the chicken, they'll slap the heck out of it until it's so thin
Yeah.
that it's just all skin.
But I love a good, like when they do like a good black pepper chicken chop.
When they
You
get
know,
it right,
when they get it right
like a
and-
Botak Jones kind of thing.
Yeah, and when the bun is just nice and like, fluffy and buttery. Oh. I have two questions for you, Mark.
Let's go.
First is, I noticed you have a very nice, manicure situation
Thank
going
you.
on. You have
Thank
like
you.
purple and blue with like
Yes.
white accents on it. Where do you get your nails done? That's one. And number two, are you single and available?
Oh my gosh.
Because, I'm sure some of our listeners would like to know.
Okay, let's answer the nail question first.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but it's at Chinatown Point. Thank you.
Love
Yeah.
it. Cute.
Okay, now the second part of the question.
Yeah, so single and available?
Single.
Your face is turning red, Mark.
I'm single a little bit. Single, not yet available, I think.
Ooh.
Why? What do you mean not yet?
He's seeing someone.
No. I just need to get some stuff off my mind. And I just want to build my brand first. I am recently single. So, yeah. But that's fine. I mean, like there's a lot of things to unpack, you see, along the way. So I'm almost done unpacking, I guess.
Like the healing
Yeah.
process though.
Right now
Okay.
it's a healing process. So actually I recently went to Japan. That was a very nice healing trip for me.
Oh.
And then I just came back from Bangkok. That was a sister's trip with Fauzi.
Right, so your stories.
I do want to sort of re-clarify if you feel comfortable with talking about your sexuality, right? Because we are going to talk about your content.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm honestly okay. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really prance around and say I am gay. But I am. It's very obvious. Yeah, I think that to me is that's who I am. And I've reached a stage in life where I'm no longer hiding it-ish. I don't think I have to. And it's most of the case some people don't need to ask, don't need to know. And I don't need to say, I don't need to tell. If you get what I mean.
Yes.
It's really just my own voice. And my own content is my own content. It has nothing to do with my sexuality. Because how many of you are actually going to be in the bedroom with me? Whenever people ask about your sexuality, let's be very frank, they're either interested in bidding you or they're trying to find like their common...
Sort of assimilating.
like
common ground.
Yeah, like a similar grounds as to can we speak about things relating to the LGBT community?
Yeah.
Or like the similar experiences that we face. These are the only two situations that I feel are valid in terms of like asking about the sexuality. Or maybe if someone wants to wing you in the club. Which is a bad idea.
I think all three of us probably face this to some degree by being on public platforms, whether it's like me with radio and Samjo and I with this podcast, Samjo doing drag, you with your content that you create, which is, okay, if I were to go out with any of y'all, it means I have to also be out on that public level because, you know what I mean, I'm dating someone who is so public. And I'm dating someone who's a drag queen. I'm dating someone who's this and that, you know, so that means they're this kind of personality and they're always going to be taking photos of us and uploading photos of us, and I'm going to be now part of the content.
During my relationship, I think I never really told anyone, or I never like put it out on my content. So like that's my thing. Like I keep it quite private, but it's only because why do I need to tell everybody?
It's not that you're ashamed of it, right?
Yeah,
you know,
it's not that I'm ashamed of it. I mean, I don't have to put it in my parents' faces because they don't actually know. Yeah, even if they guessed, I don't really care.
Right.
It's something that I don't tell them outright or we don't discuss at all. And I like to keep it that way. Other facets of my life would be whether or not it goes on socials. I don't think it should. Like I don't openly say, hey, this is my partner. I don't feel a need.
Yeah.
You know, showcase all this.
My last relationship, I didn't publicize it on social media as well. And I think he came in with that idea that I would, you know, that I would always pressure him into it. And I was like, no, like our relationship is separate. I think the moment you invite the public in, it's a huge risk. And we've seen some couples, queer couples in Singapore that have really helped, I think, when it comes to representation, when it comes to, I think, encouraging us to also continue our search in romance and stuff like that. There are some very great positive examples of that, and they're able to do it great, you know. But for me, I think it was more of like, I don't want to invite any kind of trouble, you know. Like I know I can take it. I don't know if I can protect you from it, and I don't know if you can handle it, if you're ready for it, you know. Samjo, have you ever been in a relationship or where you were faced with that, oh, should I take a photo with the two of us, knowing that people will...
So here's the thing about like my social media and everything, right? I would kiss even my like platonic friends and I would post that. You know what I mean? I would.
Was it always like that?
Do dirty stuff with my... not always. I think over the years I've like, you know, as I've come into my own and like clearly now I give way fewer fucks about what other people think about me and how I lead my life. I'm a bit more free in like, you know, expressing my love however I want to, even if it's with people I'm dating or whatever. So I feel like it's hard to tell, but it's kind of like, for me, I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know. So if I love you, you know, be it in a platonic or like romantic way, I'm just gonna show it regardless. But of course, I have to always check in with the other person. Like, you know, I've dated people before where they're more on the shy side, and I'm aware that, oh my God, you know, they're only out to 5 people in their lives, and they would be highly uncomfortable with me doing like PDA stuff and everything. So yeah, I definitely have to respect those boundaries. But I think more so than how you deal with like, you know, having your partner on social media and everything like that also is, I think it starts from the self, right? Because it took a lot for me to even
be comfortable, right?
Be comfortable, like, you know, saying or typing the word gay or queer in my content. So Mark and I have this really good friend, Gabby. I think you know Gabby as Gabby,
we also
the
go way
baby.
back.
Yes.
Who every time, you know, we have drinks or whatever, he will be the first to yell out in the middle of, it could be in the middle of a straight establishment or whatever, like, cheers, quiz, you know?
Yeah.
And initially I would be like, oh my God, Gabby, seriously? But now I'm like, I'm so on board the cheers, quiz train.
Oh, at least you got the clean version.
Oh, why?
He always goes like homos or like,
all like, you know, men as terms of endearment, of course. But I remember a time when I really wanted to use that in, I think it was in a post or whatever, obviously inspired by Gabby. But I remember being like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. You know, I used to police myself. Now I don't, and I'm really thankful to people like him and like, you know, you, another one who, you know, you all live your life very unapologetically. And I know some people may look at me and think that I live my life that way, but it's been a journey for me, as I'm sure it's been for both of you also.
some people, like you mentioned, Gabby is okay. He's very open with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like...
So in touch with his fam side as well,
Yeah.
you know, which...
But it doesn't mean that just because you have a friend who's like, you know, so in touch with their fam side, so in touch with their gay side, or like they're doing really like queer things, you have to assimilate. You are your own self, your own person. So you decide. And I think when it comes to a relationship addition to it, I think the most important thing is you need to communicate with your partner and ask where their boundaries lie.
The previous relationship that I was in, I Instagrammed the heck out of everything. The first time we went on a date, you know, and when we got together, I made the announcement on social media. And for me, it was just because no one around was doing that much. So I was like, oh my gosh, there's a level of like rebellion here as well. There's like, fuck yeah, this is me. I'm in love. Let's do this. Everyone's seeing it. The comments are rolling in. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Josh is kissing this guy on Instagram and this is his boyfriend and everything. But the moment that relationship ended also, I had to deal with that on a public level because I was like, okay, now I have to explain to everyone. Everyone's like, hey, I don't see this guy in your photos anymore. Like, oh, I got to take down those photos. It was exhausting. So that's why I think with my last relationship, I was like, we're not even gonna go there. We didn't even actually follow each other on social media. We were very clear at the start because I think when I met my ex, we met during the pandemic, and at that point I think I was ready for a relationship. There was like no expectations whatsoever, and it was a very mature relationship. So we set really clear rules at the start. It's like, I don't want to go through my Insta story. It's like, hi, do you see my Insta story? Or I don't want to learn about how your date has been on your Insta story. Like, I don't want to be presented that. If you have something to tell me, you tell me. If it works out, doesn't work out, you follow me, unfollow me, all that nonsense. I don't have to deal with that. So we do not follow each other on social media.
Right.
But then also there were some moments in our relationship that I wish I could have shared that.
But wasn't a huge part of like you not sharing him on social media also because like he was...
Yeah, because
like,
he shared where his boundaries were.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I was like, okay, I can see how this can be useful for the relationship, where as someone who presents so much in my line of work, this will be sacred. My relationship with my ex will just be between my ex and I and a few good people. Like you've met my ex, right? So just a few people. But then there was also the aspect of, this was such a great vacation. You were in this photo. I couldn't upload this photo. I had to take a separate photo without us in it. Even for my birthday, there's a separate photo where he and I are holding hands. And then there's one where it's just me and my friends. Like, I wish you could have been in there. So there is still like a level of like, I wish we could also just be completely comfortable and not even think about it and be super second nature about it. But I think another big reason to why we have this reservation is because of where we are from and how things have been and what the culture has been like here.
Yeah. Was there ever a point where you felt like, oh, you actually wanted to be a little bit more, explicit about it, but you feel like you couldn't?
No.
You feel like it's separate and it should be separate from your art.
My content is mostly characters, right? I have my own descriptions of how they are in my head. So like, I think they're very, very separate from my sexuality and they don't actually cross into
But do
it.
people confuse that? Because I get it. You view it as, you're playing a character as fully formed, but then people will be like, hey, actually that's a very feminine thing for Mark to do. Or you're doing drag, that is a very feminine thing, So like, and then they start, are you faced with any kind of discrimination or
The most basic one, the one where they say like...
So you do?
Like even being myself, like doing a video myself, like a random video, because, I'm quite dramatic and stuff. My queer side does come out in like, yas and all these comes out, right? I do get like the usual, the very basic chao aqua, that kind, the chao aqua comments. The drag ones, okay, actually I do want to address the drag one because I think some people say like, if you want to be a woman so much, just be a woman. I'm like, do you even know the character origins? Because my auntie character is literally me impersonating my mom, my aunts, and every other auntie in Singapore. Or like I see them doing really ridiculous things, making ridiculous demands. That has no link to being drag. It's just me impersonating them. But if you want to think it's drag, fine by me. I don't think it's drag for me. I just put on a wig and a dress. I don't like do other things to it.
So I shared with you my theory when we were at Indignation that I do think that when it comes to being queer, there is something special about us. The kind of things that we are drawn to a point where it becomes a stereotype. you know, whether it's theater, whether it's botany, you know, like all these different things that seem to draw us, the kind of songs that you know would pull like our audience, you know. And it's just a theory. Not everyone is like this, right? But we choose the auntie over the uncle. We choose Professor McGonagall over Dumbledore, even though Dumbledore is
Dumbledore really
gay, right?
Okay, but honestly, Dumbledore doesn't really say anything funny.
Exactly. 'Cause we pick up on all these little like sassiness,
Right.
and we get so drawn to it. And we're like, oh, Gale Weathers from Scream, or we like that.
Yes.
We root for the final girl. We root for Chun-Li. You know, we're drawn to these characters. There's something in us, the queerness, which then brings these characters to life for us, you know, and it is then up to us whether or not we want to make that link or not. And
No, I don't disagree with what you say. I
Yeah.
do agree, actually. There are some things that are a little bit more feminine that, you know, we get drawn to for sure. But honestly speaking, if my voice was a bit lower, I would also do Professor Snape. I love Professor Snape.
Oh,
He's
please,
so
yeah.
funny. He's so funny.
he's also
I could listen
super
to his
sassy.
voice.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I wish I
actually-
wish he did a podcast before he died. Actually, I would listen to his voice all day.
It's so...
It's just like a
Mr.
true.
Potter.
so intimidating.
What do you get when you mix?
Mr. Potter, what do you get from...
Clearly.
Clearly, you were not paying attention. Turn to page 394. It's not that low, you see.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah,
that
we
was
did it.
pretty solid.
Did it.
No,
That
but
was you got the drawl down pat. You just
Yeah.
need like the deep.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say, I can't go as deep.
I wonder
I go
why.
deep for other things.
It's okay, they have toys for that.
Oh, Jesus. I think Josh is just like...
No. Going back to actually Fauzi, your good friend. If it's okay for us to bring him in, you're good friends with him. You do a lot of content together, and I think he's also a little bit more public, from my understanding, when it comes to being completely himself, and that of course includes his sexuality.
For us, I think like we're best friends and best friends in the same line. We actually do support each other quite a bit in a way, like mentally and emotionally supporting each other when we face hate comments or like just in general, whatever that we face.
Does he get hit
difficulties.
hard?
Oh, he does. A lot more, I would say. I don't pretend to speak on his behalf. Perhaps next time.
We need to get
next time he
Fauzi,
can
please
come
come
down.
on.
We certainly want him.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I think the one thing that we do agree on, or rather I view it, is whenever we go on our own socials, especially when we go on our lives, we try to create our own little community that is safe for us, our safe space, our safe community. Our followers know. They just generally know. I mean, like we talked about boats and stuff, right?
Oh, there was a fun segment that we shared in the
At the
nation.
start of, yeah, we played it at the start of this episode.
Yeah.
Because some of our followers are also like, you know, they're also like us, queer. And they find that coming onto our lives, commenting, just being a part of it also has that safe space for them to actually like talk about things.
Yeah.
We love doing it, you know, like helping them get through stuff. Not exactly advice, but I guess like sharing like how we actually went through those moments. So perhaps it might be easier. I think Singapore a bit sad. A lot of them share breakup story lah. Being chased out the house.
They need
Yeah.
someone to talk to. We get that as well in our SG Boys DMs. You know, people sometimes share their problems of what they're going through and stuff, and it's tough because you want to help. You can understand that they need someone and they identify with you, but then there's also a limit to how much you can help, you know?
These are safe spaces that a lot of these people I think don't have. Being in the closet, some of them still being really young, you know, discrimination at home, at school, or whatever. It's a stepping stone for them, and I think
Yeah.
it's very important. I can't imagine if I didn't really have those friends at that time. And what would I have become, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how much more suffering would I have had to go through? Not coming out to myself, not accepting who I was, just constantly hiding, nobody to talk to. It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
People need people, bottom line.
We're designed
Wait.
that way.
Yeah, we are
Community.
designed to have a little bit... Yeah, we're designed to have community.
Yeah.
You're saying that it was very tough for you growing up. That's what I'm hearing. I know a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing that with
I don't
everyone?
mind, actually. I think
Yeah,
it's
I mean, people will look at you now and go like, "Wow, you're so comfortable in your own skin." But I think a lot of people don't realize like what
Well,
it took
a
for you to
lot.
get this stage exactly.
It
So-
really took a lot. yes.
Share with us your journey.
Yeah.
I think like it was when I was 17. I think like I was lucky enough to meet a group of friends who some of them were already like openly gay, or at least within themselves, and they just casually went, "Come, join us." we would go to parties, we'll attend like gay parties, straight parties, whatever. They actually helped me. I think the first time I went to a gay club was Play. Play was intimidating for me.
Yeah.
First, it was getting past the door bitch. And she was not having it. I was
Hello,
so-
Play Auntie, if you're listening. We love you. Yeah. You are the reason why Mark is where he is now.
No, there's two of them.
Two.
I think I know one of them.
Okay.
Like, not really like we're acquaintances, but the other one was scarier.
Oh.
So she goes, I see. When I gave it to her, she was like, no, you're 18 eh. How ah? And then we just had this like staring thing, and then she just, this year 18 ah? Then I said, yeah. Going. One time only ah. And she went one time only ah. And it wasn't one time because the next week, right? I was there. The next week I was there. It was the same girl. And then she was like, you again. Okay, this time, my friend said, take my IC, memorize everything on the IC, and recite it to her. So I was so scared. And then I remember everything on it. The address, the birth date, like the full name. So she was just testing me in the whole thing. I feel like she was enjoying herself. She was like, what's her name? I cannot say the name out.
Redacted.
Yeah, redacted.
Dude.
And then like, what's your IC? Then I said IC. Birth date, where you live, the full address. Then I said everything. Blood type. I think there was a blood type also. Last time there was a blood type thing, right? Yeah. Now no more already. Last time there was a blood type. Then she was like, well, not bad, huh? Going.
Not bad. Wow.
So she
rewarded you.
But
She knew.
But girl, she knew because the picture didn't look like you, right? Okay,
Quite
so
dinky.
Chinese twins all look the same now.
I will jump in there. I think also because when we were coming out and exploring our sexuality, there weren't a lot of places we could turn to
Correct.
except the club.
Correct.
Even though it was the wrong thing to do to get into the club underage, but I think for us, you wanted to find your community. You just wanted to. I think that back then we had Gaga out and everything,
Yeah.
and Rihanna. We just needed a place to find ourselves and just dance and let loose because we wouldn't fit in the other bars or clubs or the other gatherings and groups, you know. So I think even for I think we're around the same age, you know. So it was integral, that whole party scene, because we didn't have like out in SG or right now people have cycling clubs together. You know, they have all these.
They have a lot more than that.
Yeah, social activities, very healthy social activities is what I'm saying, you know. But back then we didn't. Everything had to be down low. Everything had to be. You pretty much have to break a rule or do something shameful like what you did. You know, in order for you to...
He's not
actually-
ashamed.
But in order for you to actually be yourself, you know, and I think
Oh, I see.
if
Okay.
we were to sort of trace why queer people feel so ashamed about ourselves, why there's this sort of shame in us, is because we always had to like... First time is porn, for example. So you do that as bad. It's in secret. You know, first time to a gay bar, I can't go in yet. I have to go. It's in secret. You know, like everything is so much in secret where you can't healthily explore yourself. Yeah.
Actually, my friends wanted to bring me to Play because they wanted to scare the gay out of me.
Are you serious?
Oh, because you weren't really out to them.
They knew I was gay, though.
But
Oh, they wanted to bring it out.
They wanted to scare it out of me.
What do you mean by scary it out?
I haven't started the story. I'm so sorry. I was long-winded.
Yeah, sorry,
The
because
moment
this-
we entered
this
Play,
Yeah.
a drag queen came out. I think with her heels, she was like easily 1.9 meters. She looked at me like, you know how drag queens are, right? They're so confident. They're so like feisty and sassy.
Larger than life, yeah.
They're over the top. And you're just this tiny little gay boy, fresh gay boy.
17.
And then you're just like, hi. I got a shock of my life when she went, She just said, how old are you?
Whoa.
Like 17. You're not supposed to say that, honey. Say you're 18. How old are you? 18. Good boy.
Sounds like Becca.
Who was it?
Could have been Becca.
I don't
which
know.
queen
I
was
don't
this?
remember. I don't remember.
Aw.
But it was so scary because, like, firstly, I haven't come out to myself as gay, right? And you know,
Yeah.
at that time, I think like being gay was a stigma for ourselves already. Can you imagine adding a layer over it? Drag queen comes in, she's staring down at you, and like it's the first time you know she's a drag queen. Whether or not she's transgender or whatever, it's new to you. All this is new to you. It's new experiences. So basically, I was just shocked out of my life for like the first.
Yeah, culture shock.
It was really
Right,
culture
yeah.
shock. And like every other table next to you, there was at least a pair of them kissing, like a pair of gays kissing, you know, like everyone's just kissing, making out, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like new to all
Yeah.
this.
Right.
And it's so shocking. But thank God I had friends there because they were like, you don't want me?
Ah.
Yeah.
You know, they basically were just trying to like, you know, get me out of my shell. and like say it's fine, it's okay to be like that. Kissing, holding hands, even those baseline things were quite scary to me at the time, because when you were kissing another guy, it's a stigma. When you're holding another guy's hands, it's a stigma.
Yeah.
Right.
If that person that you're interested in, or that person that you just so happen to be getting a little bit intimate with, is a male, and you're a male, it's a stigma. So it's basically just them trying to get me out of that shell.
Right.
Even like, I think Samjo and I, you may have had this before, where I think early on when we were dating people or seeing people, I would always be like, let's meet at the club, because that's the only place we could be ourselves. Like, if I wanted to hold your hand, I wouldn't hold your hand on the train like everyone else. I would only hold your hand in the club. Say I'm with a guy and we're making out, we're having this incredible time. As you're walking out, whether it's to smoke a cigarette or go and whatever, get supper, we'll hold hands. And then the moment we step out, we let go of hands.
The moment you feel like
You're being
there
watched.
might be someone else's gaze on you.
Yeah.
You feel like you're being watched,
Jesus Christ, I think I said his name. But I think like,
Dude, what do you think was going to happen?
I don't know, we get smited here right here now.
Jesus loves you. Moving on.
Yeah, but yes, I think even just, going out to the malls and you're just two guys, sometimes you might not even be on a date, or, you're in the awkward stage of, are you dating or whatever, and you get eyes only, right? You just start to
drift apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gap just widens, and you're just like, but you were having so much fun just like a minute ago.
Like the charm ones, when they quarrel, then the picture split.
It's a 90s reference for everyone.
Writing on what you're saying, what you're just talking about, I have very bittersweet memories of, being with guy A, guy B. I mean, a few of them. And we'll be just walking down the street, could be Orchard Road or wherever. And then the moment we find like, a darker corner where they're like, back then there were way fewer CCTVs, right?
Yeah.
Now, oh my God. Now
You don't have like
police-
50 CCTVs out at Orchard Road MRT.
Now there's a police camera every, 100 meters. But anyway, back then we would find like, a corner and like, oh my God, okay, now we can finally kiss in peace. I remember that feeling of euphoria. I was like, oh my God, we finally can just be ourselves. Even though we know we can't stay here forever. But that, 1 to 5 minutes or however long it is that we want to lock our tongues and everything. It was those like precious stolen moments.
Yeah.
We felt like we did feel a little bit like criminal.
Yes.
If you think about it.
And then
Yes.
you know what? The moment like a auntie walks past, you just
Yes. It could even be a cat. And then you hear that, oh my God, you're like, oh my God. And it's not like we were having sex or whatever,
Yeah,
we were just kissing.
No, and I would even drop that to even a peck on the cheek. Or even a peck on the lips, right?
Yes.
Like you said, a cat jumps across and you're just like, every fiber in your body just like jolts up, because like you're like, oh shit, I did something.
Yeah.
I would kiss with like my eyes open sometimes. I would open a bit just to like, is everything okay?
Yeah. Is anybody looking?
Yeah, you cannot completely like let your guard down.
Yeah, I
right?
remember doing that.
Because you're so worried that you'll be spotted.
Yeah.
Not
so
just
scary.
not just by strangers, one thing, but because this is freaking Singapore.
Yeah.
You're so worried that someone else in your family or your like social circle
Will somehow be there at 2 a.m.
that you're not out to
and tell your
Yeah.
parents about it. And,
Correct.
and it's the
And
most
out-
wholesome thing. You just want to share a kiss with this person that you've just met. And not even that. I actually now remember just, I think the touch of even holding your friends. I think Mark, you talk about going there with your friends. I think a couple of my friends that I went with Play, they were just being themselves, and we would also hold hands then like sisters, whatever it is. But then the moment we walk out, we will let go of hands, because like, oh, now we cannot, we have to just be guys.
because it's frowned upon. Yeah,
Exactly.
In that regard, who I envy. Like if you go to Little India, and you see a lot of like our foreign worker friends, and I mean it's just in their culture, right? At least I've been told
It's brotherhood.
it's brotherhood.
Yeah.
Two guys like
Yeah, they just hold
straight
hands.
and everything, hold hands and cross the
And
road.
they're just enjoying themselves.
yeah,
I
ouch,
think,
ouch.
You're holding hands, by the way, right now, Mark and
Yeah.
Samjo. You can't see this.
I'm just like,
But see, there's a beautiful sense of touch, of embrace, even in friendships that I remember having to let go
Your palm very
as we were walking out. And it's I remember feeling like, oh, now we're out of Wonderland.
Yeah.
Now we're back to reality.
back to reality. Yes.
No, but I do have to add
That
another
was-
point. The point that you brought up where they were holding hands and stuff.
Yeah.
It is brotherhood.
Yeah.
But even they get discriminated for that.
Yes,
sure,
they
for
get
sure.
picked on. Yeah.
There were so many times I would hear an auntie just go, "Yee, gay,"
Yeah.
It's like, what is this inbuilt hatred that they
Yeah.
have? I think it was just so scary all the time at that time coming out.
Now that you get me thinking, it sounds wild. okay, now I'm like, this year I'm turning 35, right? But actually, it was very
Girl, you
recent.
old.
Girl. You'll get there soon enough.
Not yet. In a few years.
Well aged.
But the way Mark is only like, you know,
Few years
2 years younger than me. So like,
Is it 2 only?
yeah, you know spring chicken yourself, girl. You-
Eh, but I look like one.
Really? Talk about Western food, you are the chicken chop. You are not the spring chicken. You
We're
are
having
the
a fight in the
chicken chop.
studio. Let's go.
You are the chicken chop with mushroom sauce, okay?
The chop.
God, I'm not big beans. That's soggy.
Oh my god, I love the baked beans. Even though they make you, I forgot about the baked beans. I talked about the coleslaw and the chips.
I was about to say like,
Moving
Yeah,
past the
baked
Western
beans.
food stall.
No, the baked beans. Sorry, even though they make you fart a lot. My god, were they like?
you're so British.
I am.
You is.
I mean, this is colonial hangover is real. I can't help it. Anyway,
What were we talking about before
we
this?
were talking about
Coming out.
No, I'm talking about 35. Everything that you brought
Okay.
up, Western food.
Yes.
very quickly. But just to give you an idea of how long that furtive shame stuck with me, right, and how long it took for me to shed that. You know, the first time I actually like kissed in public in Singapore and didn't feel like I had to be ashamed of it or whatever was when I was 30. So it was only 5 years ago. This is wild.
Oh, wow.
This is before this podcast. But as you know, I wasn't like, you know, out to my parents and everything, right? After a date, taking the escalator down into the MRT. So that's when, you know, the CCTVs are already like, you know, happening. This guy, you know, whom I was dating at the time, God bless his heart. I have him to thank for this. I was actually the more extroverted one, and he, for the entire time that we were together, he was the shy and introverted one. But he had one thing that he wasn't shy about, and that was like, you know, showing his affection, even when other people were watching. He turned around in the escalator, and he pulled me in for a kiss. My instinct was to pull away because, no, what are you doing? Not now. I mean, can lah, but later. You know what I mean? I'm like, not now. Gosh, let's
Thought
wait.
processes of gays.
Yeah, I know. Let's wait till like, you know, handicapped toilet. I was like, I'm kidding, but
He was not kidding on that.
but something like that, you know. I was, are you sure? Like, you know, you said you're not out and everything. And he was like, I don't care. Like, do you care? Like, we don't know these people around us anyway. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, you're right. Actually, okay, I guess I don't care either. And then ever since then, like, we would hold hands and we would like kiss openly. And he taught me how to be brave. I'm not going to name him because I'm not sure how out he is right now.
That's fine, yeah.
But if he's listening, you know who you are. You really taught me to be brave in that regard. And you know, I've been taught to be brave by different people in many ways in my life, you know. And I think you talk about community just now. People showing you safe spaces, introducing you to like safe ways, just being yourself rather, you know, basically. That's one that I didn't even remember until now when you brought up this whole thing about kissing and holding hands.
I dated very briefly this guy, I think 2 months ago, and we were walking to the train station. I was sending him off, and then he just held my hand. And I kid you not, this is Joshua Simon, SG Boys podcast, very publicly gay. I was so self-conscious the whole way through. And it was late at night. It's not like it was going to be a lot of people. You know, if it was like 12 in the afternoon at Raffles Place, you know, it would be all through the roof, my anxiety. But I was like, holy crap, I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling anxious. I'm looking left and right. Why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
I have no problem going to Pink Dot, no problem wearing the most colorful of outfits. But then now, actually holding hands with you, I was so terrified. And then he wanted to kiss at the turnstile of the train station. I actually found myself like stepping away a bit, like, oh, I'm so scared what you're going to do next.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed with why I was reacting that way. Because even in my relationship before that, we kept everything private. Because he was still in the closet, right? And he was still on his journey. I was respecting that. So we didn't behave like a couple when we were outside. Which is unfortunate, but it's also the reality, I think, for a lot of queer relationships in territories like we are in Singapore, you know. But I think with the newer generation, they're being a bit more open. Our generation also, we're starting to be a bit more liberated, you know. So I was like discovering that, oh my gosh, I'm not as comfortable as I always claim to have always been.
Yeah.
You know?
But you know what that points to? It just points to, like I said, it is the baggage that we carry with us. You know, it's like residual and it's like sitting in there. We don't even know that it still exists. I don't think any of us is going to say we're ashamed of being gay. No, right? In fact, we're proud of it and we own it, you know. But once in a while, you have that
it's a part of
subconscious.
you.
Yeah, you have that subconsciousness, like still worried about what other people might think or how other people might like look at you and like judge you. And I must imagine that I'm guessing, but correct me if I'm wrong. Part of it has to do with the fact that, I mean, you are quite a public figure. I don't know, like, does it factor in your mind sometimes? Like, in the content that you create, sometimes you're expected to maybe play it straight.
I think like it's so much easier now for me to stand up for what I believe is right, to share that rainbow flag, to represent myself this way, or go to Pink Dot, or give a speech in front of a lot of people, or stand up for that on a public platform. But being a gay man in a gay relationship, that visual of it in front of people who are strangers, I was so scared. Because I remember at one point the lift door opened and people came out and I pulled my hand away. Because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and I was trying to downplay it, but I didn't know how to handle the look. Because I think when you're dressing up that flair of it, there's still a level of like, fuck yeah, there's a level of like rebellion also with how you dress. But when you're with someone, wow, it's like, I'm still navigating that, man.
And I think there's also the fear that because we are public figures, right? That if you do anything like intimate with your partners or your dates or whatever, that they get identified.
They'll pull away after that as well,
then
right?
after that, because, you know, they get identified, they'll go like, I think we better not. And then there's that fear that, you know, like, you know, at that point, maybe you really wanted to have something with this person, but just because of outside factors or other people that have no relations to you, they just come into the picture at that moment, they just break apart that relationship, which is quite sad, actually.
Yeah. I knew this one guy who would only be comfortable with holding my hands in public when we're overseas.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, I think overseas is a great place to do it.
Because like no one cares. It was like no one cares. So
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, hey, like, are we the kind who would hold hands in public? And he's like, oh yeah, if we're overseas, sure, fuck it, you know,
Yeah.
I'll be myself. We be. And then I was like, I understand, but at the same time, like, but then who am I seeing? You know,
Yeah.
like there was still like that question. It's like, how comfortable are you actually with me? Like, who are we when everyone's away?
That's why it's a communication with your partner. I sound like an old like therapist. Just viewing all the relationships I've had before, I've grown to understand the idea of needing to communicate this basic level. Being gay, we have to communicate this basic level of how comfortable we are in public. Because I think as time goes on, it might change as well. And that communication channel must continuously stay open. On Instagram, there's a close friends list lah. Just use it lah.
I've never used that function.
Use that function. Okay, if you really, really need to, like, I know sometimes some of us just want a little bit of attention from our friends. And then our friends go like, show me face, no pic, no pic, no talk.
NPNC,
like,
yeah.
NPNC, bitch, you know, that kind of thing. Just see the close friends list I did. Yeah, so
okay.
use that function.
Right.
I think that actually helps because, like I said, everything is about creating a safe space. Create your own safe space. Find your own safe spaces.
And I think also when you're on the journey, because I'll give sort of Mike some credit there as well, where I think when he started like joining like our friend gatherings and stuff, and then he started to open up a little bit more. And then I think there was one point where he like leaned over to me. I was like, "Oh my god, he's leaning on me in front of people." Like, oh, I'm so proud of you, and this is very sweet. But I'm also like, yeah, I'm very proud of you. You know, like there's that. So like, I think as we slowly take baby steps, you know, like you start to grow, your relationship starts to grow, and then you stop fearing the public, and then that question of too queer, not too queer starts to like fade away. You know, because it's like I don't care. You know, it's supposed to be a beautiful thing.
I think the most important thing is just be comfortable.
Yeah.
None of your friends should be pressuring you on your relationship. None of your friends should be pressuring you on your sexuality or anything.
Wise words from Mark Kinoshita. I know we have like come a long way from your play anecdote earlier. You know, you in the club with the drag queen shocking the gay out of you and all that. But I want to go back to that question I had earlier, right? Like you seem to hint a little bit that it wasn't easy for you to get to where you are right now, being so comfortable in your own skin.
I had to first come to terms with my sexuality firstly. Was I, at that point, I was still thinking, was I still slightly bi or was I still gay? Then I realized I was gay, like from the beginning already. Then it was, what was my next step outside? To who? To my family. I don't come out to them because my parents are very, one is very religious, the other one's very traditional. That was a hurdle that even to today, I'm not going to cross. We just stay in our own lanes. But that's me, keeping it quiet all the way to the grave, if possible. By any miracle, if it changes, it changes. To my friends, that was a lot easier. I think that was a good first step for me. This one was a lower difficulty because my friends were already like half of them were gay. And the other half, I mean, like, they were so accepting. Like, a few of my friends, Florence, Shirley, Surya, they were just very, very open. They were just say you are gay lah, you know, just, it's okay. I don't care who you want to kiss someone, come, which one you want. They will be like, they will wing me, and they were very supportive. I found my friends. Then it was outside to other people, army, then it was work, at the time school as well. The question is not whether you need to tell people or what. It's, do you need support at these places, in these situations, for being gay? Do you need support as a gay person in school? Do you need support as a gay person in the army setting? Can you live life without having to do this? You know, some people can. Some people are okay with it because maybe they turn to their friends more. They turn to their families more. Those, I would say the luckier ones would turn to family more. That was a question that was constantly always circulating. I was just very blessed because, like, everywhere I work, confirm got one gay guy.
I think what I'm getting is that it is very instinctive, I think, in all of us, right? Where we will be ourselves, completely ourselves, 100% without having to code switch if the environment allows us to be that way. But because we are not, and because you've always been hit by this, and we were just talking about this, a lot of stuff that we don't realize, that shame that we feel like, oh my gosh, even holding hands in public, even something I'm realizing even now at this age, that I'm actually not fully comfortable with my sexuality, even. And there are some aspects to it, you know? So because we're not in that environment, we have to then ask ourselves, do we have to bring this up? Do I have to bring this up at work? Do I have to deal with this? Do I have to go through this with you and then deal with the unpredictability of it? You know, and of course, God bless souls like Gabby, you know, or the people in our lives that are so brave. They have their stories as well. And I'm sure it must have been extra hard for them because either they can't code switch, or they don't want to, or they refuse to, and thank God for them, because it makes us realize that, hey, we can be ourselves with you. I can be myself with Gabby, you know. So I don't blame you at all for saying that I don't have to be completely myself with you all the way through. I don't have to show you all sides of me. I'm not saying that what you're getting is unauthentic, but you're not getting all of me, because I'm not sure how you're going to handle all of me with respect or not. In where we are with our industry, with our platforms, we have constantly been faced with those constraints. We've had people lose their jobs or lose opportunities. You can't put food on the table anymore because now you've decided to align yourself with this completely, you know? If the circumstances were different, we would behave differently, end of the day. But it's not.
Yeah.
I am comfortable in my own skin in different places, in different scenarios, in being just like different. Actually, not different. It's me. It's just
many different facets of you, right?
No, actually, I don't think it's different facets. No. It's actually all of them are me.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying different facets is like any one facet is less true than the other. I mean, these are just all the different parts that make up Mark as a whole. And it's just that you don't necessarily show all of your sides at once. And it's not necessarily by choice. Like, you know, it's like, you know, when I go back and do reservists, so you know, I think when we had this conversation, I was like, hey, Mark, come to Indonesia with us. You were in reservists, right? On the phone, you were like, hey, wait, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, cannot talk
situations. So let me step away for a bit.
Yeah, wait, because like, you know, this person doesn't know that, you know, I'm gay yet, that kind of thing, right? Like, how do I put it? It's not that we want to police ourselves, but sometimes we feel like we have no choice, and sometimes that is a self-preservation thing, and I think that's very valid.
And it takes energy,
It takes definitely.
Yeah. No, but right now I feel it doesn't. When that situation, I wasn't policing. It was more of like because the person was sleeping. Firstly, secondly, I know we are very loud when we get very flamboyant.
Yeah.
I don't even think I want to let the person know that I'm gay. It's not necessary.
You're in the military.
You have no idea how many of us are in the military, and we is strong.
Yeah, we an army girl.
Hey. We be sashaying one moment, and we be getting all the IPPT goals. Hey, I thought a lot of the gay boys are actually stronger than the straight men. No offense to the straight men, but like a lot of the gay boys are actually quite strong. Like,
100%.
They run damn fast. One of my friends, Messiah.
Oh yeah,
Messiah. So I met Messiah in the army.
Messiah gay.
Yes, Messiah gay. Avalos. I love him. Hi, Messiah.
How is he? Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Bitch, we miss you.
Yeah. Okay, this is my coming to terms like time as well, because like after the clubbing thing, that's, you know, when you slowly turn 18, and then like army comes next, right? So in the army, I was still denying myself a little bit. I mean, like, you're literally in a whole place full of men.
Very heteronormative atmosphere.
Like, and you are just so newly gay. You're like, I'm not gonna look at the guys. I'm not.
Oh
gonna look
yeah.
at the
Oh my
guys.
God, it's true.
But thank God they were all bald. So I was like, yes,
Oh.
yes, you're all bald.
Wait,
thank
so-
God, not interested.
Oh, what are you trying to say about Josh? Hello.
Oh,
No,
wow.
as in,
No, I get what you mean.
as in,
That's
like.
fine.
Thank you for putting us on the spot.
I want to test you.
No,
okay, we
but,
can take
but
this
you
part
know,
out.
like,
Yeah, but you also don't want to like put yourself. I remember doing that as well in the army. Where
Right.
it's like, of course, like I'm the gay guy, so you're gonna expect me to be
Right.
attracted to you. So all the more, I remember like during a medical checkup, I did not look at it. I looked down all the way through. I was like a shell of myself because I'm not even gonna give you anything that you can use to make fun of me. Or if I were to look at you, you're gonna think I was looking at you, and then you're gonna start like bullying me. So I was like, the first part of my army experience, I was terrified, but I also like really like culled my personality.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, going on to Messiah. So Messiah was in my company. Messiah was the fastest runner, okay? Bitch was running 8 minutes, okay? Can y'all do that?
For
Like
2.4, right.
Casually. And then like once he finished, right, he's like, Literally all the other guys were just like, and then this bitch just goes, bye. He will literally like turn around,
I
bye.
love that.
The whole time he knew I was gay, he was like, so which one you like?
Oh,
I think that sergeant quite cute. Like, yeah, just you like lah, you are gay lah. Okay. I don't say. You're not gay.
But did you were you comfortable in coming out to him then?
I wasn't at first.
Right.
But after a while, then I was like, fine, I'll just tell him. Then after that, he
Yeah.
went, I knew it, bitch.
Yeah.
And he was so happy. He was like, mission accomplished.
Sometimes I wonder if people like that come into our lives for a reason. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I don't know if I told you all before, but actually I'm very lucky because my army experience was also like I had quite a few gays around me. But back then we weren't comfortable enough to like come out to each other. We obviously knew deep down inside. You know, most gays have good gaydar. Like,
Gaydar's
it's just
important. Okay, so all the
inbuilt in our
listeners-
DNA. Yeah, very important. It could save you a lot of trouble.
Heartbreaks as well.
Yeah.
with an inbuilt grinder.
That
Even
one, yeah.
before it came out.
Yeah, we just felt safe with each other, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still very good friends with a lot of them. And looking back, we really helped each other through a lot of tough days. Because in the army, it's like you really go through a lot of shit. Not gonna lie, like it was really tough. And some days you really feel like just giving up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live with my roommate now, and I've known him since army. Like he is probably the biggest takeaway from the whole army experience because I could tell. You know what I mean? I could tell, and he could tell, and we would sneak out and then go and watch Vampire Diaries in one of the computer rooms. You know what I mean? Everyone else was watching like How I Met Your Mother. We watched Vampire Diaries. You know what I mean? Like it was a very clear distinction. And then we during that period, even sex, for example, what does this mean? Everything. You would learn from each other's experiences, and each of us, we didn't know the right answer. None of us had like a guide or a manual of what's the right thing to do. We all made mistakes and we learned from each other, and now we live together like two old gay men. We like take care of each other, like literally, like the friendship that we have in our house is very much you take a vitamin today.
Oh my god, this is the start of Joshua Simon's Golden Girls era.
Yeah, 100%. Like I shared about this on socials today. Like I was having a very anxious start to the day, and he could sense it. I didn't even need to say anything. He just walked into my room. He had like cut cucumbers and carrots.
Oh my god, that's so gay. I love it.
Right? He's like, it's good for you. And he just walked out.
The only thing he was missing is the gin and tonic.
It was 10 in the morning.
Hey, hun, you don't put a time on gin and tonic.
This is
Yeah.
the second time that Mark has mentioned gin and tonic,
Hey,
while we're
hey.
recording. At the conference, you were also gin tonic, left, right.
That's a very gay drink.
Yeah,
okay,
you're
fine.
thirsty, is it?
For gin and tonic, yeah.
I mean, it is midnight as per this recording. It's 12:12. Make a wish. You're actually making a wish. This is so adorable.
What do you wish for?
Can't say. If not, it won't come true.
Who did you wish for?
Hey now.
I bet it's a boy, yeah. For the longest time I've known you, you've always had I wouldn't say boy problems, but like happy boy problems. You're always like,
Oh, I thought he was gonna say like every time I know you, right? There's at least a boy in the picture.
there's a boy that's always lurking around, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
always
Actually, he's not wrong.
There's
He's
always
not
an
wrong.
intended.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, see?
There's a lurker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I like that.
It's always like, it's either relationship, no relationship is always luck.
Yeah.
Then maybe date. But like date also nobody knows one. Yeah. Actually, y'all don't know.
I know lah.
You really?
The karaoke, that one.
There were a few You don't, the karaoke, that one.
one I know lah.
Oh my god.
You want me to say the...
No.
Yeah
no,
lah,
no,
cannot lah.
Don't.
Yeah lah. I mean, I've looked over your shoulder before and seen texting him.
Well, on that note,
I mean, I was a journalist
Jesus
after all.
Christ.
So, very observant.
Investigators.
Sam Joe has
Very
been
much
seen.
so.
But Sam Joe
Hey.
has seen quite a few of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. See, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Quite a few of them.
Oh my god, that was okay. This was like years ago. I think early days when I first met you. Also, first few years of
Yes,
us
yes.
being friends.
Yes.
Me being the blur me, didn't realize that there was something going on between both of them.
Oh, he was so blurred. He was so
Were you a
oblivious.
traffic light? What was?
So yes, so sometimes I'll be like, hey, you're hanging out. Okay, can I join you? Then I would just like park myself there and like
So oblivious.
we went
eh.
like, was it furniture shopping? I don't know what. I
think
there
so.
was this
You
one
followed them
instance.
furniture shopping.
They were window shopping, please. Like, you know, girlfriends
You
were
were
all
trying to
broke.
find quality
like that.
time.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, oh my god, yay, friends. And you know, me being like Gemini, I'm just like latching on to any warm soul
He
that I
did
know.
not even catch that we were holding hands behind.
Y'all were not holding. No,
We did,
were
we did,
y'all?
we did.
Oh, I thought it was. Maybe I read it as like a girlfriend
No,
kind
it
of like.
wasn't.
thingy.
The power
Okay.
of no, everyone. Use it.
Yes, actually, yes. The power of no is very important. But like, be kind.
Anyway, that didn't work out. So
That's great.
yeah.
That's
But
great.
why were we talking about this again?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think all this just re-emphasizes the importance of chosen family, the role it has played in our lives, and many of us found each other through social media or organically. I think it's also a constant reminder that while social media is very much a part of our lives right now with how we communicate and everything, sometimes just call. Sometimes if you're going through stuff, you don't have to share it with every single person, because then you have to deal with everyone's view and take on things. But if you can just call each other and be like, hey, this is what I'm going through. It doesn't mean, just because we don't post about them does not mean that we lose that outlet, that person that we can turn to. You know, sometimes just going back to the humble phone call or cup of coffee is good enough.
I think pick your friends, very important.
Oh yeah.
Pick
Absolutely.
your friends. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if they're not for you, that's fine. They could be for other people. Not everyone has to be for you as well. Just like how social media, because social media is the opposite, right? Everyone must follow you. Everyone must get your videos. Everyone must get your content. But I think with like friends and everything, you don't need to have everyone. Yeah.
Set boundaries. I think the call thing is very, very good. Yeah. I've had a few times where like I've called friends. Yeah. And I knew I called the right ones.
I mean, instances where I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. You know,
You're not fine.
Because it's the one thing to like, it's like how you know, when people ask you, are you okay on text, and it's like, how you really going to respond to that, right?
Yeah.
But when you're on a phone, so I think there was this one time I didn't even know how stressed I was. But when I called a friend, I found myself crying, and I was like, oh my God, this is like, what's happening? You know, then I didn't realize how much I needed that conversation. Like, I needed to talk it out. So yeah, it's very good advice. I think we take it for granted sometimes. Because now, like, apparently, you know, calling is not cool anymore.
I'm
like-
still for the whole
It's
calling
like
thing.
emailing your friend. Like,
No, I
does
love
that?
Like,
Yeah.
if I'm getting to know someone even romantically, I always go like, "Hey, can we have a phone call?" Because then
oh
you
yeah,
get
that
to
one,
know
yes lah. Because the
who
phone
that
sex
person is.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
jeez.
Sam Joe,
Always links it back to.
What sex? What?
Sandro's a really thirsty bitch.
How dare you are the one who
I'm not. I'm definitely not thirsty as sex.
And you
you
know,
are the ones who be asking for a gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic, not that.
Yeah, which is code for
Nothing, just gin and
it's
tonic.
a beverage, a good cold,
Yes.
ice cold beverage.
Yes,
Simple as that.
It's a nice beverage everywhere, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night.
What was it you used to do? What, bubbles?
Oh. champagne for everyone. Hello, darling. Bubbles de Vere here.
Call me Bubbles.
Call
everybody
me
does.
Bubbles, darling. Everybody does.
Oh, I love that.
That is Matt Lucas from Little Britain.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my
iconic.
God.
And finally, when it comes to social media, not everything you see is exactly as they are.
Yeah.
You know, and I think more than just sort of looking at couples and all that on social media and everything, even sort of Sam Joe in your karaoke sessions, we see that it looks glamorous and cool and everything until you're actually there with Samjo, when you're there with him at the party itself and how precious that time is. You'll never know. You only see a glimpse of it on social media.
Oh, I thought you were saying
I'm praising it.
karaoke looks great, but until you're in there the room with me.
It's a riot. It's a proper riot.
It's really messy. Hey, but we should all go karaoke sometime.
Oh, I love that.
Mark and I have done karaoke before, but I don't think I've done it with you.
I haven't stepped out of the house in a very long time. I only step out of the house for work and then this recording.
How about we go to your house for karaoke? Do you have a karaoke system? I'm surprised.
My roommate's boyfriend has a karaoke thing.
Oh.
We could bring that over.
Yeah, but
we had it for a while, then we got a noise complaint.
Oh,
Oh.
shit. No, you're not getting a noise complaint from us.
Well,
Definitely, because
I can't promise.
It'll be beautiful.
You only
Oh,
sing
it'd be
Billie
beautiful.
Eilish songs?
Okay, how about this?
I'm
known. Yeah,
guy.
Yeah. You're just gonna...
I don't need a mic. In fact, I don't need.
That's not a...
That's not very reassuring.
Holy shit.
We could do it, Acapulco.
He's
and
having
just
second and third thoughts now.
harmonize.
boy.
Oh my god, we should get together and do Mark's favorite song, Bang Bang, and then you can do.
Oh my god, yes.
Nicki Minaj,
I'll do Nikki,
Josh.
yes.
I'm Ariana for sure.
Oh, thank God, because I want to do Jessie.
Because my voice can go real high.
I love how this is working out. But
Yeah.
thank you, Mark, for joining us yet again.
you.
The first time on Indignation for our SG Boys Live was such a blast. And we want to thank you, especially if you came down and supported us. Mark, come back anytime, okay?
Yes! Okay, yes. Definitely. Anytime.
Till our next episode, which is like God knows when. Just
You
keeping it
shitty
real.
little shit.
Just
It's
keeping
your
it real.
schedule.
Like, you point at me. I'm not the one who does a primetime show every day.
Oh, wow.
No, but we're both busy bitches. But honestly, we can't promise when the next episode is going to be. The one thing that we can promise is that when it drops, it's going to be awesome as always. I hope so. If not, please let us know. But we thought we would leave you with one extra special lovely clip from our Indignation appearance at the conference, especially for those of you who couldn't make it down that day because you were still hungover or whatever.
Most of you were hungover for sure. There were like 3 parties going on the night before.
I mean, I know we were hungover. So.
Oh, I wasn't.
You weren't?
I wasn't.
Then why do you look like that? Anyway, let's roll the clip.
As much as, the both of them are saying voice out and everything, also remember one thing, it doesn't mean you have to shout. You don't have to shout it out. Doing little bits of things, having conversations with your friends who just want to understand how you live is also very important. And I think for me, I don't particularly shout it out, but I do have a lot of meaningful conversations and a lot of my straight friends, or even people who are on the other side of the thought process, they actually understand a little bit more, they're a little bit more patient, and not to say that they changed their entire viewpoints, but they understand where we're coming from. I think that's more important. Because the other thing is, if you really want to pick a fight, it's also going to affect you. So I wouldn't fully encourage that unless you're ready to do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not ready to do it, the consequences will kill you, for sure. It will kill you in some way. And that's why I'm saying just know whatever you do, be prepared, and also know where your limits are. Don't need to shout. Just have a nice talk also is possible. Or even when they ask, just tell them.
I'm Joshua Simon,
I'm Sam Joe,
and we are the SG Boys.
that little gay podcast from Singapore.
Subscribe and find us on Instagram at the SG Boys. The beliefs, views, and opinions expressed on this podcast are attributable to its hosts only and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, organization, company, or individual.